Me mandó a usted, ¿cómo está?
Bien. Bien, bien, bien.
Alright guys, welcome back. We are here in Las Tablas, getting ready to head on out today. Had quite the adventure sailing, and now it's time to leave and keep going. Today guys is gonna be quite the day. Hopefully you can hear me because it's windy and there's not a lot of places to hide from it. But today guys, I'm actually gonna be doing a huge jump all the way to Panama City. I was thinking about it last night and today, and just trying to decide what I was gonna do. And yeah, we're gonna make the jump. So from where I'm at now in Las Tablas, it's about 150, 180 miles. So it's gonna be kind of a bigger jump. I don't think I really have taken a whole bunch of jumps like that long in quite some time. So but it's all gonna be highway. I've got some problems with my GoPro batteries. A lot of my gear has kind of been taking a beating recently. Just this morning my tent flew. It's really windy, and I got out of it and then it just completely flew all the way into this field over here, and got caught on some barbed wire, and so the bottom of it got slashed. So I got to figure out how to fix that and patch the bottom of my tent. Other than that, my GoPro batteries are kind of going out on me as well, so I need to make it to Panama City, and there's some stuff I'd like to see along the way, but we're gonna just grab it on the way back home. So it should be just a quick easy day, maybe 5 hours on the bike. We're gonna load up and kind of start making our way over there. So here we go. All right. Leaving, guys, we are leaving. Oh, it feels good to be back on the bike. Feels really good to be back on the bike. I just wish that I had so I broke my mirror, so I took it off. I gotta try and fix it. Today would have been the day that I needed it, because yeah, on the highway that's when I need it most, you know? Roads with people on it. But we'll be all right. Today, guys, it's gonna be a good mileage day, around 200 miles from where I'm at to Panama City. Should be pretty easy going. Kind of a busy, weird intersection here. Canal right now. I've never seen it, obviously. It's the first time here. And here comes the canal. Get in a good spot. Wow. Wow. There it is. I don't see any boats, any barges, or any cargo ships. Oh, there's a cargo ship down there.
this is like a huge staple for the trip because the Darien Gap's really not all that much further than Panama City. So far, guys, Panama City is looking really pretty. Really clean so far.
All right, gonna be experimenting a little bit here with some narration. Let me know if you guys like this kind of narration style, what you think of it in the comments. But yeah, we're gonna try it out. Getting to Panama City was honestly super cool. I think it felt so special to me because Panama City is just kind of this big landmark, and it kind of just resembles this point in the road where you have to make a decision, right? Mostly in terms of, are you going down to South America? Are you going back home? What's going on? And so, yeah, Panama City is where everyone ships their bikes down to South America, or the bikes get shipped into Central America. So it's a big kind of pivot moment for a lot of people, and I was kind of feeling that as well. Up to this point, I really just wasn't considered going to South America, but all of a sudden arriving in Panama City, it just made my mind kind of play with the idea a lot more. But anyways, it had a lot of things actually I needed to get done. Of course, went down to KTM Panama, went and said hi to those guys, got an oil change, got my baby girl all cleaned up, went and bought a whole bunch of new GoPro batteries since we've been having issues with that. I realized I didn't get any video of this, but I went and got my tent fixed. I found a lady in a market and she sewed it for me. And so we got the tent all squared away. I also did kind of like an insurance safety thing where I went and bought a couple hard drives and I backed up a whole bunch of my data. So a lot of the videos and the, just in case I lost anything or something got destroyed. So backed all my files up. And I had a couple things I wanted to send back home to the States. Some things I just wasn't really using, and like a chair and some extra clothing items, an extra jump starter. And along with the backed up hard drives, I sent that in a box back to the States. I also went and explored kind of the historical side of Panama City. It's called Casco Viejo. They have a restaurant over there and it's called Cafe Coca-Cola. And it's actually the only cafe in the world that has that name. And it's like legally as well. So they sell Coca-Cola products in there. It's like a really kind of a neat spot. It's an old diner from like 1875. And so that was really cool. I went with a guy from my hostel there. And then the coolest thing and probably the most obvious thing to go see in Panama City is the canal. The canal was so cool. Like, I loved just looking at it and just realizing and thinking how critical the Panama Canal is for the entire world. All the trade, all of the merchandise that gets passed through that thing daily is just kind of mind-blowing. So it's really cool to see it. I learned a lot. I'll share what I learned with you because it was actually super interesting to me. But first of all, when you get to the Panama Canal, you pay for your ticket and they show you a 45-minute movie, kind of like little movie, and it's a like a 3D IMAX kind of theater, and it's really cool because it's actually narrated by Morgan Freeman. So doesn't get any better than that. So I'll share a few things that I learned that I just thought were really cool. For starters, I never knew that the US didn't start the Panama Canal. It was actually the French. 1881 is when the French started building it. That also kind of blew my mind. I was naive to the fact that it's that old. And even to today's standards, like the canal is a huge engineering feat. So when I was like, shoot, 1881 is when they started working on that thing. It's really, really impressive. But the French, they ran into a whole bunch of problems. One, they couldn't figure out why everyone was dying. So they had a lot of people die from like work-related accidents, but also people were getting sick and they couldn't figure out why. And so that kind of kept pushing their time frame back and back. And then eventually investors kind of became unsettled with the whole idea and they lost their faith in the project. And so they they backed out in the about 20 years later, the US got involved, and they had a really smart guy, a really brilliant engineer take on the project. His name is John Frank Stevens. He had a different idea than what the French were doing. So the French were trying to carve a sea level point from point A to point B, right? They were just trying to carve the whole way through. And what John Frank Stevens decided was like, he decided that they were going to put locks in it. And they were going to create an artificial lake to avoid having to carve through the mountains and move all this earth, right? And so he said, let's build locks where we'll raise ships, and we'll create a dam, and we'll flood this whole jungle area. They decided to dam up the Chargas River and create this lake. That saved them about 20 miles, which I think in the video they said it was like 8 years that essentially saved them as well. But it made it significantly more complicated, right, in terms of from an engineering perspective, rather than just cutting a canal away. They also figured out why people were dying, and it was because of mosquitoes. So guys were getting yellow fever and malaria and dying, and so once they figured it was from the mosquitoes, they were able to kind of protect and help a little bit more there. In 1914, the canal was finished, and on the same day that the first boat went through, World War I started. So kind of wild timing there. And then after about 80 years of the US government controlling the canal, they did I think around a 15-year transition period. But in 1999, Panama got 100% full control of the canal. So now it belongs to the Panamanian government. And then I'll just shoot you guys some cool facts that they shared with us about the canal. So about 40 ships pass per day going through the canal. And essentially what that does is saves them about 8,000 miles from not having to go down past Argentina and Chile. And so they save 8,000 miles going through the canal. Some of the biggest ships pay a toll of over $1 million for one pass. So just to pass one ship, the bigger ones can sometimes be charged over $1 million. They claimed that $270 billion worth of cargo passes through it every year, and the canal creates $3 billion of revenue for Panama. There's also not a single pump on the canal, which is mind-blowing. There's no pumps, it's all gravity fed. And so Panama City was awesome. I went and checked out some rooftop restaurants. Panama's got a ton of skyscrapers, and honestly, it has like a really beautiful skyline. I mean, I would say I've been to fair majority of the cities in North America and Central America, and I honestly would put like Panama City skyline like up there with like a Vancouver, Canada. I've never been to New York, so that's maybe considered number one, or I don't know. But after that, I took off. I left my hostel. We started making our way south. So I'll cut us back into the real-time vlog style video. Again, let me know if you guys kind of like the narration, or if you want to see like a mix of it, or if you kind of just prefer the vlog style. So let me know. It's happening. The day has come, and it is time to leave Panama City and go to the Darien Gap. Oh, guys. Panama City. What a cool city, guys. Love that building. I think that's my favorite building in all Panama. Recycle. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They don't care, but it actually goes out super far. It's like pretty shallow right along the edge. This is where I've got to be
dishonest. I don't have a pass. And there's no booth. I've already tried to go and figure it out, but there's no booth to pay in person, so, you know, I robbed like $1 right there. Yeah, super shallow all right here. KTM. Thank you guys. Bike's feeling good. They helped change my oil and air filter. Got my air filter all oiled up and chain all clean, and they washed the bike for you. So. Okay. We are out of the beautiful skyscrapers and into the more common reality for most people in Panama. Is not to live in a skyscraper. We're on the Pan American Highway, going to the bottom, guys. Oh, it is a train. Wow. What? What the hell? Why did they do that? Checkpoint. Just smiles, no, nothing too crazy, eh? Wave me through, and Chepo is the city that is right before this big river we're gonna cross. We're also gonna try to find some food here, I'd say. I feel like since Panama City, guys, it's definitely got a little bit greener. Maybe like 30-40% greener. It's a little bit cooler as well. And it's not as much just dirt, you know, like seems like the grasses and all that stuff is growing a little bit more, a little easier. Actually, I should go to this and get some dinner as well. Just got some food. So we're going to this, I think it's going to be a really interesting spot, but basically it's a river and it's like a port, so I think it must be a pretty big river. On the map it looks big because you can see all these fishing boats. It looks like they're like commercial fishing boats that harbor along that river right there and use that river as access to the ocean. I just asked a guy in the store right now what if motorcycles can cross. He's like, oh yeah. So that's always good because that means it's cheaper, right? If it's not like what? You want to cross a motorcycle? And a lot of times, and they're like, oh, gringo, you want to charge? Oh, that's really difficult, buddy. Yeah, we'll charge you a whole bunch. We'll do it, but you're gonna pay for it. So anyways, after we cross this river though, guys, it'll be no man's land, is what I'm assuming. I don't think it's gonna be like a place that people really ever go. It's just small little towns down there, and we are entering into the Darien at this point. Like, we're gonna go to where everything is coming up. There's a lot of movement, a lot of traffic, and yeah, I don't want to stumble on, I don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So we're gonna do our best to make sure we're getting to where I think we're gonna be able to camp during daylight. We're not snooping around during night, and we're keeping ourselves safe. So it's getting pretty though. Like I said, it's definitely getting prettier than like the surrounding outskirts of Panama City. Wow, guys, look at the bridge they're putting in to cross this river. Wow. All right, let's see what's going on here. There's the river. Yeah, it's pretty big. Disculpe, una pregunta. ¿Ustedes saben dónde se suben los motos para cruzar?
Bueno, yo creo que va a tener que ir en una piragua de esa nada más.
¿Cómo?
En piragua.
En piragua.
Sí, porque aquí no hay para cruzar así, ferry, no hay.
No.
No.
Oh, ok. Hay que pedir a alguien.
Sí.
Oh, ok. Otra pregunta. ¿Ustedes viven por allá entonces?
No, nosotros vivimos acá en Chepo.
Ah, ok.
En el pueblo, pues.
Yo quiero ir por allá y después ir hasta la presa.
Ajá.
¿Sí se puede?
Sí.
Ok.
Adelante.
Lo tengo en la mapa, solo no sé si hay ríos profundos o...
No, ahora mismo todo está seco.
Todo está seco, ¿verdad? Sí.
Pero ¿por qué no se fue por allá, por la carretera principal, para ir para la represa? ¿Usted quería ir por acá?
Más bonito, más...
Más chévere por acá. Por
Exacto. Sí, sí.
Vamos a averiguar allá abajo, pues.
Sí. See if we can find some luck here. This guy's saying they don't pass motorcycles, so see what's going on. Buenas, ¿qué tal?
Va a pasar la moto para allá.
Me encantaría, pero no sé cómo funciona o dónde debo ir.
Aquí viene una lancha, se monta la moto y...
Ok, es común que hacen eso. Sí, ¿verdad? ¿Cuánto cobran?
Hay que esperar los monos.
Ok.
Yo le voy a decir que viene.
Ok. ¿Camionetas no pasan diario?
Sí, pero camioneta diario no. Es la bacha.
Ajá.
La bacha.
¿Cuándo va este?
No, la marea. Eso depende de la marea. Cuando la marea llega, en los patines se llega acá, a la rampa, monta el carro, sea camión, lo que sea, harto de ganado, lo que sea.
Pídele nomás el número, ese es el hombre de la bacha, ¿eh?
Ese es el man de la bacha.
Más tiene que pedir el número y cuando tú quieres...
El número, cuando tú quieres pasar carro.
No quiero, pero solo por el futuro, pero no es...
Ah, no, viejo, por el futuro tenemos el puente, yo primero.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Claro.
No, eso va a tardar, ¿no?
No diga eso.
¿No? Ah, ok.
No me pongas así.
Construcción siempre tarda, ¿sí?
Sí, ¿verdad? Porque trabajo.
Sí,
¿Tú eres periodista?
¿Mande?
¿Periodista?
No.
¿Ningún partido?
No, soy viajero. Sí, soy viajero de motos. Sí, periodista no creo que es bueno.
No tienes nada que ver con partidos políticos.
No.
Esa vaina. Tú hablas...
No, yo estoy aquí para convivir.
Ah, ya.
Sí, no con una agenda, no.
Su moto te la montan así, ¿eh?
Sí, es un poquito más grande que...
No, ellas pueden, viejo. Todo así, así que...
Todo se puede, ¿verdad?
Todas pueden.
Mira, ese botecito que tú ves ahí pasa 6 reses.
No.
6 reses. Y 6 reses.
Recitos, bebés.
No, bebecito de dónde. Vaca de más de 1000. Espérate, 1000 libras, 1000 libras.
Pero
son
¿cómo se suben?
600 kilos. 600 kilos.
600 kilos.
Yo estoy hablando de 600. Video que ahí.
¿Muertos?
No, que muertos viva.
¿Cómo? ¿Tranquilizarlos o qué? ¿Cómo?
No.
O sea, se la amarran.
Se amarran. Pero no se ponen así nerviosos.
No, se ponen brutas, pero ahí vienen.
Ajá, ok. Hay que ir a pedir ya, ¿verdad? Este señor se ve amable, ¿no?
Hey,
¿O cuál? ¿Cuál debo ir?
al de lado de él.
¿Cómo se llama?
Batista.
Batista.
El apellido.
Batista. Vamos a ver.
Habla con él para ver.
Sí, sí. Sus amigos me mandó a usted. ¿Cómo está? Yo soy Landon.
Ajá.
Tengo una moto y quería saber cuánto me cobraría cruzarla.
¿De dónde está la moto?
Está ahí.
¿La puede bajar? A ver qué talla es.
Ajá, es un... O le muestro una foto.
Bueno, bájala para montarla de una vez porque
¿Pero cuánto me cobraría más o menos?
siempre se pasan por 8 horas.
Okay, okay. Alright guys, looks like we found our buddy who's gonna help us load this thing up into a little lanchita. Gracias amigo, gracias, muy amable. ¿Baja todo eso? Ok. Nosotros vamos a poder. ¿Sí?
Agarra.
Ok. Yo lo. ¿Se quiere ayudarme a este lado? Ok. 1, 2.
Espérate. Tiene que darle para acá para este lado. Bien.
Yo no estoy.
La moto.
Sí, yo no estoy haciendo nada. Ok. Pero, ok. ¿Cómo quiere que...? Pero quiere... Ok. ¿Quiere de atrás de por aquí? Ok. 1, 2, 3.
Súbete arriba. Ahora sí. Ponle el... Quítame la tapa ahí, a recortarla.
Gracias. ¿O sí? Se va. Going backwards on. Vamos al revés.